broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, the weather outside is
Weather. Yeah, we just played this song so April could do that. But Merry Christmas, guys. Happy Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever you want to call it. My name is Sam Davidson, and tonight we will be talking about the Mindy Project Season 3, Episode 11, titled Christmas. With me, very appropriately, I have my lovely co-host with me here.
Hi, I'm Sterling Cates.
Hey guys, I'm April Whisenhant. Hey guys, it's Eman. I'm finally back.
Yeah, we're all four back.
Yeah,
it's just been the April and I the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. We're super excited to be back. I took a minute to get back, you know. I was so excited. I've missed Mindy a lot.
We've missed y'all.
Aww.
I missed all of you guys.
Yeah.
And Eman has a broken leg.
Yeah.
So everyone's updated on that.
Girl's on crutches over here. She's like...
We should have your crutches right here.
I know. Poor thing. Tonight was the mid-season finale, and it was a great episode. I loved it. I personally love Christmas episodes.
Me too.
Yeah.
A lot of chills, a lot of like tears in my eyes tonight anyway, at least.
Yeah, this one was pretty emotional.
Yeah, or it was just like special.
Yeah, and I feel like Mindy kind of finally started to mature a bit, but we'll get to that. Let's first start off by talking about Morgan and Jessica.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Julia Stiles.
She finally has come after all these months.
I know, we've been talking about it this whole season, and here she is.
I just want to say, whoever commented on YouTube, remember we talked about it a few weeks ago, and told us that we were wrong. We were sort of right.
Yeah, it was, you know, we were half right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for Peter. She was supposed to be for Peter.
Yeah.
And then somehow it turned into Morgan. But somebody else said it was for Jeremy, right?
I think that was me, and I maybe like dreamt it or something. I don't think that like was a thing, but I, you know, just throwing names out there. She's on the show now, which she's going to be recurring for the rest of the season.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And you know, Morgan, let's talk about him for a second. How did we wrap up the story with him and Tamara?
She just broke up with him, and then she wanted to get back together, and he said no, that there were too many other ladies out there that he wanted to date, like Danny's mom, or he said maybe Jeremy has a hot mom.
Yeah, and Mindy had convinced him that he deserves better and deserves to explore because he's a great guy. And
so this is perfect. This landed perfectly at this exact right point. We meet Jessica, who is supposed to actually be going out with Adam Polly's character.
And who is a hoarder.
Yes. Which I love. I mean, I don't love for her that she's a hoarder, but how perfect is that for Morgan?
Someone with a little quirk.
He needs someone
he definitely needs that.
Yeah, for someone so weird like Morgan, he's not going to get a hot girl that's not normal. Or that is normal.
And she's hot. She's just weird.
The scene where they come home from their date when she's on the steps, it was so Save the Last Dance to me, because that's like the last thing we saw her in. Do you guys know that movie? It's one of my favorite movies.
What is
I love
going
that
on
movie.
with her? She hasn't done anything in a really long time.
She actually had a web series on Hulu where she played a call girl, and not a lot of people knew about it. She was a single mother that was a call girl. It was a Hulu, exclusively Hulu series. Yeah.
She was on Dexter for a season.
Yeah, and she was, you know, she pops up now and then, but now she's on Mindy, but I don't ever remember her doing a comedy.
Ever.
So
I never even took her as the funny actor.
Yeah.
You know, like I still take her as that serious actor that we saw on Save the Last Dance.
But she was still kind of quirky in that movie. Like she was kind of like the awkward white girl.
Yeah.
I can say it because I'm an awkward white girl.
Yes. Definitely wasn't going to say that.
But she kind of plays the same, because she definitely has that quirk, and I mean, she's a hoarder, so it's perfect for Morgan.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, anything that's weird is perfect for Morgan.
Yeah, right.
And I just love...
I love that he loves the fact that she's a hoarder and everyone else thinks it's super weird.
Yeah, it's like they're meant for each other, you know, like he actually appreciates her flaw. her big, huge flaw. And I love that Danny actually warned Peter when he was like telling them that they were going to be set up, that this girl, it's like she's a recovering hoarder.
Yeah.
That's definitely
said,
still
right?
going through it.
Yeah, and then what did she say, though, at the end of the episode? That she just bought a pound of cat litter and she doesn't even have a cat.
The funniest part was when, I'm blanking, sorry. I have so many drugs.
Jessica, Mindy,
Peter.
We'll just move on. I'm sure it was really funny.
It'll come back to you. Just
Yes, I'm sure.
pop in when the thought comes back into your brain. So they go out, Morgan and Jessica go out on this awesome date, apparently, and they have sex, which...
That was surprising.
Yeah. And he, like, really, like, I just love that he woke up and he was just like, why doesn't anyone like this? This is so cool.
You have a stack of catalogs over there.
I remembered. When Danny said she has so many cell phones that I don't know where to contact her, but she'll find you.
Yeah, right.
And she did.
She did find
him,
sort of.
kind of. But I think fate stepped in.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
Yeah. Well, you know, I really like it. I like them together. But we are big Tamra fans here. So is this bad? Is this good? I mean,
I kind of forgot. I forgot about Tamra already.
I don't see Tamra and Morgan together. They just seem like a really odd couple that don't really work. I don't know what they have in common, really.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I want to see him with different people. It kind of gets boring after a while when they're just dating the same person.
I know this is really silly, but like I think they fell in love.
Morgan and Tamra?
No, Morgan and Jessica. I think they fell in love tonight.
I love when she said, she's like, I really want to invite you up to my apartment, but, and he's like, it's okay, I live with my grandma and 40 dogs. She's like, come on.
Yes. And I loved when he was like, two strangers that are in love. She was like, okay.
She just went with it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think that they are in love. And it was kind of stalkery, though, when she did come to the Christmas party.
Yeah, why did she pop up there? That was really weird.
She wanted to surprise him.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't invite. Like, how did she even know about it?
Well, Danny probably told her about it.
I guess.
Also, girls be creepy. Let's be real. She probably stalked his Twitter.
She probably went on his Instagram.
Yeah.
He posted a picture.
He's like, hashtag Christmas party. She's like,
he probably made a fake Peter Instagram and was like, here's my Instagram name, so she could. I mean, he should have just told her. Don't you guys think he should have just come clean?
Well, but it's typical Morgan to not. He's just like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah.
Just go with it. And so it's just
and
easier
I think he's
for him.
insecure, too. He probably doesn't think that she would want to date him anymore. Because at the beginning, when he said, you're a beautiful angel, and what did he call himself? I can't remember.
It was Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, I'm Wreck-It Ralph. So he obviously doesn't have the most confidence.
Yeah.
So he probably thought that she would not be interested anymore.
And also because he's a nurse and she's a doctor.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all agreed. We love Morgan and Jessica.
Yeah.
So let's move on. We'll start with Mindy and Dr. Fishman about the fellowship that she was not really offered, just suggested that she apply.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mindy took that as like an official offer from Dr. Fishman that she was going to Stanford, and very politely almost rejected it because she loved Danny so much. And yeah, I mean, Dr. Fishman has really grown to like Mindy, which is nice because she hated her.
Well, she sees how good of a teacher she is with the interns, and it's something that Mindy was neglecting for so long. She wasn't even doing that, and she was supposed to be. So I think it's good for her. You know, she gets really into her little projects, and I feel like it's almost like a little project for her, even though it's her job. But so I'm glad to see her and Dr. Fishman kind of making a relationship, because I really like her character on the show. I think she just adds like a little spunk.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you know, early, like months ago, we discussed wanting more strong female characters, which I still do. But Dr. Fishman has been an amazing addition, and I don't know. I just thought it was so funny that she was like, "It's so nice of you to offer," but I think my boyfriend's about to propose to me, which leads us to Danny and Mindy, and she was hearing him on the phone with, what was it called?
Forever Stones.
Yeah, and I was trying to think as we were watching it, like,
well, she taped together the shredded credit card statements that said Forever Stone.
Yeah.
And then she overheard his phone conversation.
And assumed, as anybody would, that she was going to be proposed to.
Well, and she was kind of expecting it. I think she was kind of thinking it into reality.
See, I don't know if I'm the only one who keeps wondering this. I mean, last week it was clearly like, obviously, that's not where we were going. You know, they talked about the move-in thing, and that was not going to happen. So why did she jump to this week? Oh, we might possibly be getting engaged.
I don't know. Maybe because of her diary when she said she wanted to be engaged by Christmas.
But he hasn't shown any signs, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you guys discussed this last week, but they've only been dating for 7 months. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that's enough time, or it's not? Even if you've known somebody for 7 years.
No.
Well, yeah. Why? Because you're ready?
No, I said for me, no, it's not enough time.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying for me it is.
Like, get out.
No, but I know they've known each other for a really long time, but in reality, they've only been together 7 months, and 7 months is not a long time to know that this is. Actually, okay, everybody's different. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
For me personally, 7 months is not enough.
Right.
And I think that she's rushing into things because of her age, and I hate when women do that. And you got to just like be in the relationship. You got to be present. You can't just be rushing somebody to propose or take it to the next level when they're not ready, because they're going to end up resenting you.
Yeah.
I definitely think there are instances in life where you can, or where it does happen, but I don't think theirs is. You know, they've dated before, they broke up, now they're dating again. I don't think it's one of those like automatic let's get married thing. It's just so, to me, it's almost, it honestly is random that this episode was about that. I know, like, we have her diary and this is the Christmas episode and everything, but to go from where we were at last episode where it was like he's not even ready to move in, so why would you automatically jump to like you think a proposal is possible?
Yeah, and last week we talked about how mature we thought it was of her to kind of say, okay, well, when you're ready, just let me know.
Right.
And then this episode, she's kind of like looking for all the signs for him to
I think she just thinks that she's always about to get proposed to. Yeah, like, even when he bent down, she's like, this is it. Because she's been dreaming about this moment for, I don't know, 7 years or however long that she's
her
been
entire life.
Her entire life, but with Danny probably since she first became interested in him. So I think every little situation where they're like at a fancy restaurant or whatever, she's like, this is it. Oh my God. And I don't blame her, but she has to slow down.
I know, but
it's just Mindy.
It was an unfortunate, though, coincidence with the stone.
Yeah.
And he didn't even get her a plot.
I'm sorry, but who buys a plot at his age? Like, creepy, but I guess responsible people maybe.
And who talks on the phone about it and say, I can't wait to show my girlfriend later. Right. Why would she care about that?
Yeah, the writers are genius, though. We just got to give it to them because they always bring in different situations that I never think about. So
yeah. True. And like the one-liners tonight were spot
epic.
On.
Oh my God. They're so good.
Yeah, they were amazing. So Danny... Mindy tells Danny about this fellowship. And at first, you know, she doesn't want to really do it because of him. And then Dr. Fishman, you know, tells her what a good opportunity it is. And she realizes that he's not proposing because he just bought a whatever. Right. So she decides, you know what, I'm going to do it. And as I was watching it, I was thinking, like, she's trying to trick us and trick him and into proposing. And I was wrong. And so was, you know, Danny and Peter, because that is not what she was doing. She legitimately wanted this for herself, which I think was so big for her because she's all about guy, you know, she's always like who she's dating, and she's never really wanted something for herself professionally that like she didn't have. She's obviously a very successful doctor and woman, but this is the first time we've really seen her aspire to something more.
Right, and putting her career above anything else.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it was shocking, sadly.
Well, that's what I'm proud of her. I think she's making a big, like, mature step. We've seen, you know, we talked about it last week, a lot of maturing in her lately, and I'm happy that she is focusing on something else because, like you said, a lot of you know, this show has been about her relationship with a guy, which is also the basis of the show. So that's important to note as well. But I think it's good. She's, you know, giving us a little woman power feels over here.
Yeah. What do you think, Eman?
I don't think she's gonna go.
Really?
I don't think so. Where would the show go if she went?
I think, well, since this was the last episode, I believe, until it comes back in January, I think it'll, like,
well, do you think they'll
that
skip
little time jump? Yeah, I don't think they'll show
8
us.
months?
Yeah.
Like, well, that would be cool if they did that, but I don't see the show moving to Stanford.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, I think that their relationship is strong enough to stand being apart for that long, you know? I think it is, you don't?
I think we'll probably have a few episodes, actually, I completely changed what I just said. I think we'll have a few episodes, at least, of her kind of getting to know the feel. Maybe that's where we'll see that, I mean, this is so prediction, but maybe that's where we'll see the, you know, Mindy growing into herself and the few little, like, problems that we've kind of been predicting for Mindy and Danny.
Well, it's been done before where the main character goes somewhere else. Like, I don't know if you guys watched Parks and Rec, but when Amy Poehler's character, she goes to D.C. for a while for her thing, but they keep the show going with the base, like, back in Pawnee and her in D.C. So there's ways to make it work. I don't know if it would really, that's also a comedy, so it could work for Mindy Project.
I think it could definitely work.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could work. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So then we're at the Christmas party, which kind of pissed me off a little bit that Jeremy, I hate Lauren. Like, I don't even know why she's a part of the show. She's just a nuisance. Like,
she's a writer on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought she was just a writer. I didn't realize she was a writer on the show.
We're very sorry for those comments.
Or I don't know if she's like an official, but she's definitely written for the show before.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Love you,
we love you as a person.
She's the character.
The character is very intrusive, and, you know, Jeremy ends up having the Christmas party and inviting her neurosurgeon friends to combine Christmas parties, and that's not fun. They're boring.
Right.
They're not like gynecologists, you know.
The most fun doctors, obviously.
Yeah. I loved, what is it that Danny said? He said something like, you know,
they don't have nerve endings.
Yeah, well, when you poke someone's brain, or like they have an easy job, because if you poke at someone's brain, like they don't know, they're not going to say anything, but if you poke at someone's
vagina,
then they get pissed. So at this Christmas party, we see Mindy give her white elephant gift to Danny, which is his own little documentary.
So sweet.
Her what gift?
Her
white elephant?
Or isn't that what they call it?
Secret Santa?
Or Secret Santa, I'm sorry.
I was like,
you guys never heard of white elephant gifts?
Isn't that when you are able to, like, trade and stuff?
You did that in Dirty Santa.
Dirty Santa? Is that what you said?
Dirty Santa? You can play
that. All right. Anyway.
Secret Santa.
His Secret Santa gift.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and before that, Danny convinced the doctor that Mindy wanted to write her third recommendation to not write the recommendation.
Which I hated that.
Douchebag movie.
Yeah. It's like, love yourself more, Danny. Please.
Oh, right. I thought it was kind of sweet.
God.
No. The part where he gets the doctor not to write the recommendation. You thought that was sweet?
You thought that was sweet? What? She also thinks Danny's hot. So her judgment.
She can't be trusted.
I thought it was the underlying was sweet because he didn't want her to go. He wanted him to stay there with. Yeah, it's pretty selfish, but kind of sweet.
Yeah, he
wants her to stay with him. At least he's not like, fine, yeah, of course.
Well, to be fair, I think he genuinely thought that she didn't want it and was trying to trick him into something. So, which would be, you know, a typical Mindy thing to do. So,
yes,
to be fair, it could have been genuine. Yeah, but in any other circumstance, it's just selfish and rude.
Exactly, it was very selfish, rude. Mindy doing the documentary thing for him was very sweet. She obviously put a lot of effort and work into it, and that's very unlike Mindy to do something. I'm sorry to say it, like, I love her, but to do something kind for someone else, like, that does not benefit her. It's just, she's just selfish, like, but she's developing, like, maternal instincts.
Mindy's character, not Mindy.
No, of course. No, Mindy's character. Anyways, so then what happens is he decides, like, oh my God, I messed up. He thinks he's going to propose, runs to his mother to get the ring. His mother actually says something extremely intelligent, which is, you don't need to propose.
Get her the fellowship.
Need to get her the fellowship, which she does by writing a letter for her.
That was beautiful.
In the back of a cab.
Tia. so sweet.
Danny's quite the poet. He wrote that, helped her write that letter on the plane.
The breakup letter?
Yeah, the breakup letter. The letter that we found out tonight that he wrote to her whenever she was in.
Yeah,
which was
cute.
Rude and where she was, I forgot.
Yeah.
You thought that was rude too?
He was like, I mean, I don't miss you. Okay, fine, I do.
But it was very
like your friend Danny.
It was very like Mindy and Danny at the time.
That's very true.
Well, nonetheless, we love them. We don't have much more time. Let's just wrap it up really quickly with where we can find everybody. April?
Y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at April Whisenhant.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Imani Fresh.
And you can find me on all of the social medias at Sterling Cates.
And you can find AfterBuzz TV at AfterBuzz TV, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And you can find me, Sam Davidson, at samdavidsonentertainment.com and SamD43 on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Yeah, happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.